ask you this. Again, looking at the movie, right? Benghazi. Um, I I would imagine for you, it would be a lot easier as a former Marine dealing with these contractors where the contractors kind of know your background. Hey, former military and, and like that. But and maybe you can't answer this because you're not in that situation. But how would you come in or how would you relate to coming in with just law enforcement or maybe people that don't have any background whatsoever in military and law enforcement and relate to those contractors that basically you're going, "Hey, you gotta do X, Y, and Z." How do you think that goes?
Well, I've seen it. I've seen others do it,
Okay.
and it doesn't. It depends on the individual and
Okay.
their ability to lead.
Okay.
And in this case, lead meaning take a step back and watch what they're doing, learn from the contractors again because they've been here doing a shift leader. To be a shift leader on those protection details, you have to go through a lot of training and have done a lot of things basically on your resume, your Iraq resume,
Yeah.
for example, to be in that spot. So a good leader without any military experience, even with military experience, will go in, listen, learn, add value where you can, and build the trust of the team. And at some point, they're going to learn that, hey, Cody can make good decisions. And I had an issue in my book where I had to step up and make a decision. They didn't ask me to. I just got in there and got involved, and it was the right decision. And I think we saved some lives by doing so. But the time comes when you need to make those decisions. But otherwise, you sit there, you listen, you learn. If anything stands out that is obviously against State Department guidelines, rules, regulations, or maybe unsafe,
Mhm.
then you step in. Now, I'm not saying to go there and just be soft and allow them to walk all over you. There needs to be a balance there.
Yeah.
But when I equated it very similar to a young platoon commander coming into a very seasoned Marine infantry platoon. And all those guys, he outranks them by rank, but they might be older than him. They might have a ton more experience than him, but he has the rank, right? And so what he should do, he or she, usually he in the infantry, always he in the infantry these days, is listen to them and learn from them, and then add value where you can. And over time, that relationship builds. It's hard in Iraq in those situations because you only have a year, right? So first 6 months, you're really building that rapport and that relationship, particularly if you have no military experience, right? And how you carry yourself matters too. If you go in there and you try to push people around, or if you're too timid, it's not going to go well for you. So you really have to have a balance. But if you go in there and you don't have the experience, I know I'm going very long on this, by the way,
No,
but if you
no, it's
don't
all
have
good. It's all good.
if you don't have the experience of the military or law enforcement and kind of understand how those guys operate, it's best to go in there, listen, learn, evaluate, make decisions when you can, add value where you can, and let them kind of lead until you can build that trust and rapport with them.